Hi, today we're in the kitchen again and we're going to be doing some macro photography and then we're going to take it into Lightroom. Hi, I'm Mick Sadler and today we're going to do some macro photography with a very simple setup. We're going to have an off-camera flash, we're going to have a camera with a macro lens, and we're going to use a piece of cucumber. And in fact you can use really anything you like, just a thin slice. So this is what the setup's going to look like. Right, here we have a flash bracket which is available on our site and can be angled to any angle. We're mounted on a tripod, but this can be mounted on a light stand as well. So there's a 3/8 or a 1/4 thread or a light stand thread. On top of that we have the wireless trigger, and on top of that we have a flash gun, a 550 EX, and we're about 35 degrees zoom to give a fairly wide array of light. And then as we come round you can see the plate, and on the plate is a whitish plate, and we have just a piece of cucumber, and the camera is then sat on a tripod with a 100mm macro lens. Okay, so this is our setup. We've got the 550 with a 100mm macro lens. We've got the whitish plate with the thin slice of cucumber on it. And we've got a flash shooting across here. So we've got a cheap wireless trigger which is going to fire the flash. And the flash is set on a zoom of 35mm, and it has a 1/16 of the power. You will have to play about with this and the difference in flash and obviously distance. This distance is about 30 centimeters from the flash, but you will have to try your own flash. And we get a nice shot, so we're going to take a few shots of just the cucumber. So I'm going to set this on 550. I can set this on single shot, a 2-second delay. We are manually focused, and I'm going to set this off and take a shot. And there we get a nice bright shot of a cucumber. But to add to this, I'm going to use a simple thing which is lemonade. I'm going to use the bubbles from the lemonade to brighten up this image. So we're going to start this off. We've got 2 seconds. We're going to tip the, well, was I quick enough? Yeah, I was. And we've got the bubbles there. And again, we're going to take another shot and tip the bubbles so we get some bubbles. Yeah, we've got some nice bubbles there. I'm going to try once more. And yeah, we've got some nice bubbles there. I'm going to tip some lemonade on now and then fire the shutter and see where we get from there. And we've still got bubbles. In fact, that's quite a nice sort of shot. As an alternative to a macro lens, you can buy these, which are extension tubes. They come in a set of 3 and they clip together, and they will fit between your camera and your lens and help to focus closer. Be sure when you buy these to get ones that will affect your aperture. Otherwise it's a bit of a waste of time. The other alternative is the close-up lens, and this fits directly to the front of your lens and screws on like a filter, and again it helps you focus closer. So they're the 2 alternatives to a macro lens, and let's take these images into Lightroom and see what we can get. Hi, and we're into Lightroom 4. And this is the picture I've picked, which I think has got a nice lot of bubbles on the cucumber and some bubbles to the side. So we're going to go into the basic panel, and in here we're going to increase the want a bit more contrast, so I'm going to up the contrast quite a bit. We're up to about 49 there, so we want to alter some of these others, so we're going to bring the whites up to 35, and we're going to add a bit in the black. We're going to add the blacks, so that makes the blacks darker. So already there's quite a bit of difference, but I want to go further with the contrast, and because I like clarity so much, we're going to up the clarity, and we're going to stick the clarity up quite high. We're up at 68. With the clarity, we're going to get the add the vibrance, which is the sort of middle tone colour, which is going to bring up. So we're up to 47 there, and we're going to leave that now, and we're going to the tone curve. The tone curve is just there. Now there's 3 sliders here. There's a shadow, mid-tone, and highlight. And this highlight we're going to drag up to about 83 there. Down the bottom here we're going to check this and select medium contrast, and we're going to then lighten highlights quite a bit. We're going to take the highlight to about that much. We're also going to take the lights down, and that's essentially towards the middle tone. With that done, we're going to go on to the effects tab. So in the effects, we're going to darken the corners a bit. So I'm going to bring down the corners down to, that's a bit much, down to about 11 or 13 there. And move the midpoint out to about, so that the corners going to feather it so that it's becomes softer. Soften the corners. And you can see with Lightroom there's a huge amount of difference you can make, and we're going to go into the detail now. Now in the detail you're going to do a bit sharpening, but you can also do some noise reduction if necessary. But this particular file we don't need to do any noise reduction. So we are going to do some sharpening, and I'm going to take that up to, well, it's about halfway. But if you hold the Alt key down and then take the masking up, you'll see it selects the edges, and that's 100%, and move it back, and so you can see actually where it's going to affect the sharpening. So we're bringing that back, and we're going to go to there, and that's where the sharpening is. Let's just have a look at the exposure, and maybe we're going to lighten this a little bit. Worth up to 0.15. That's brighten it up a little bit. There's so much that you can do with this, but let's have a look at the how it was. That's how it was, and that's how we finished up. We found a spot over here, which is a seed or something that's catching the light. So we're going to go over into the spot healing brush, this circle thing. It's on heal, and that's the standard size, and that can be changed. We come over here with a circle ring. So we just put a couple of samples there. That'll sampling further over. We close that, and you see that there's barely a sign of that now. I'm going to call that image done, and we've come quite a long way, so thanks for watching.